Yeah, that's Kamala Harris at the border. Pretty shameless when you think about it. Highlighting the disaster of the border. She hasn't been there. She's just going there because she wants, what, votes, rehabilitation? It's kind of disgusting when you think about it. You saw these numbers, right? We've been talking about them. 13,000 convicted of homicide have come into the country, 15,000 convicted of sexual assault. This is an impeachable offense, and it should render her ineligible. Her candidacy, she should have announced her withdrawal from the race. I may be overdoing it, but in a sane country, that's what we would have on our hands right now. Kari Lake joins us. She's running for the United States Senate in Arizona. That's where she was just a little while ago, Kamala Harris. Your reaction, and good to see you tonight.
Ooh, my blood's boiling right now. When you gave those numbers, I heard those numbers earlier. It's 425,000 convicted criminals, 14,000 murderers, 16,000 rapists. And those are the government numbers, so they're even higher than that. I'm surprised she didn't call Joe Biden and say, "We did it, Joe, we did it. We destroyed this country," because that's exactly what she has done. As she stands here by the border, there are people all over this country probably ready to throw something at their TV. Everybody who's lost a loved one from fentanyl poisoning, everybody who's lost a loved one to crime that a migrant, an illegal immigrant, committed on them, every city that's turned into a sanctuary city, every state that's turned into a sanctuary state. That woman right there on your screen, walking along the border, trying to do a photo op, is responsible for. She's the border czar. We can't forget that, even though she's trying to bury that. And for her to come down to the border right before the election, try to act like she gives a damn, and pardon my anger on this, Greg, but we are feeling the effects of this terrible border policy that she caused right there here in Arizona. And I've talked to so many moms and dads who've lost a 16-year-old son or a 19-year-old daughter. And for her to stand there and act like she cares about our border, it's shameful. And you're right, it's an impeachable offense. It's treasonous what they've done here on our border. We don't have a border anymore. It's just a cartel zone.
If we could re-rack that video, I saw something kind of interesting when she was walking along. She was totally despondent, looking at the ground. Take it full if you don't mind. No. At the beginning portion of this thing, yeah, she's just kind of head down, like a bored kid on a tour of a museum that she doesn't want to be attending. She's not even looking at the guy. I know later she's going to make eye contact, but that kind of reflects her general attitude. I don't think she likes being there. Her base doesn't want her there. The base wants it wide open. Joe Biden's urged people to surge the border. Remember that one?
Right. Well, she doesn't want to look up and look at the border wall because she wants that border wall gone. Remember, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, we had $325 million worth of materials to finish, or at least partially finish, that border wall, and they gave it away for pennies on the dollar. So she's probably standing next to the border wall in her head, wondering how quickly she can get rid of the wall that is there so that there's more space for people to pour in illegally. It's really despicable what they have done. I'm surprised she could even find the border today. Because she hasn't been able to find it for, 3.5 years. And to come to Arizona, she's been to Arizona, by the way, probably a dozen times, and she's never bothered to go to the border, even though this is the state with more fentanyl pouring in than any other state. This is the state where we've watched as thousands of military-aged Chinese men have poured across in the open gaps, where we've watched children being trafficked. And that woman right there, Kamala Harris, has lost track of 320,000 little ones, babies, children who've been trafficked across the border who are missing now. And that is really, truly blood on her hands.